All right, well, let's talk about something that's pretty near and dear to my heart tonight, eh? So, I'm a big comic book nerd. You guys probably have figured this out already, but so when I saw Marvel Disc coming on the scene, I was pretty excited. I mean, after all, it's the Avengers turned into Digimon, let's be realistic, but it could be interesting, it could be fun, and it was pretty interesting the way like looking at the way they redesigned a lot of the characters and what they did. I mean, they threw in Hawkeye, they haven't thrown in Black Widow yet for some reason. But they've got Wasp in there. She's getting some love. Spider-Man's in it for a fair chunk of it. Um, but as that series progresses, their budget for animation just gets lower and lower and lower. And I guess that's that's kind of to be expected. But man, that stuff looks bad some days. I mean, sometimes it looks all right, but we're entering the second season now, or I guess I don't know what constitutes a season in anime anymore. That's doesn't matter. Uh, we're like in episode 28, 29, 30 now, roughly where we are. Deadpool has just shown up. The Guardians of the Galaxy had a or not cameo, had their own episode, but oh boy, woof. And then we just finished a big arc with the X Men. Well, that's all well and good. That's very cool, but I have some very specific things I need to talk about. For one thing, why is Wolverine 7 feet tall? He should be about the same height as most of those kids running around. And another thing, he's got this like awful popped collar with his mask, and it's just like, dude, just don't get me started on Sabretooth. That whole episode had a lot of potential, and it wasted it because the animation budget just wasn't there. And I understand that it was like middle of the run, they were building up to a big fight, but oh my gosh, it was bad. It was just atrocious. One of my other problems with it, Maria Hill looks constantly stoned. Or not Sam Jackson. Nick Fury looks about like Nick Fury should, but his voice doesn't really match up all that much. Uh, they had an episode with Deadpool in it, and it was just like, hey, we're trying to be funny like those comic books are. Are we doing it right, guys? Um, I'm gonna keep watching it, but I'm just gonna lay this out on the line here that Marvel Discourse has its heart in the right place, but it doesn't have enough. It just doesn't have the budget behind it, essentially. Uh, Especially when it. I mean, if you compare it to the American versions of these cartoons, it's like night and day. Those cartoons have great writing and they have really good character development and they have really good animation. Like surprisingly so for something that's. I mean, both of them are farmed out to Korea, I'm sure, but like Marvel Disc Wars does not look very good in comparison, but it has a better cohesive story. You just kind of have to get used to the fact that all of the super villains and superheroes are basically designed to look like common writer characters. But it's not all bad. I don't really have much. I don't really have a whole ton to say about it other than woof. Uh, and I'm really interested to see if once they put it out on DVD or Blu-ray, just what they're going to do with it. They're going to clean it up. If they're going to try and toss it out there, make it look good. But for the time being, it is what it is. It is what we've got, and I don't know. It it's really incongruous to me because they have so many. I mean, they put out that set of four Marvel anime, right? You guys remember that the Iron Man, Wolverine, what's his butt, Blade, and then the X Men one. And it's just like, okay, well, those are all good. By the way, I'm going to review those eventually. But like, what happened? Like, those are short, 13, 26 episode shows. Yeah, okay, fine. But like, where did all the budget from those go that they couldn't have pumped just a little bit into this show? But it's not by no means this is a bad show. You'll enjoy if you're a Marvel nerd like I am. you'll really enjoy all the nods and in jokes and stuff. But if you're not, you're probably just going to be like, this is not like as cool as the movies are. So that show has a very niche audience, and that audience is children and dorks. So keep that well in mind. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about Marvel. Well, Marvel Discourse at least. I don't think it's going to become the next Super Sentai, but they made a good go of it. I'm just kind of disappointed they haven't put like Daredevil in it. Yeah, like that's going to happen.